Mike's on. Mike's on.
All right, we got Eli coming up at 5. We have Joe Girardi, an interview I did top of the show today. The Yankee manager joined us in a lengthy interview. You'll hear that again. If you didn't hear it, you'll hear it today. So just you can listen to the fan, and we'll play it for you. Plus, we got the contest, and we have tickets to the primetime event at the Tiller Center to give away each and every hour this week. We'll give away a pair at 4, a pair at 5, and then we'll play the contest. And then we'll give you a chance to see who wins the VIP tickets today. Kenny in Wyckoff. What's up, Kenny?
Hey, Mike, just to switch gears, your thoughts on Breeders' Cup. Clearly Arrogate coming in fourth after a couple bad losses.
I didn't like Arrogate at all. I liked Gun.
I didn't either.
Only because he's never won at the track, and I think he was tailing off dramatically. I used Gun Runner with the 2 closes and was wrong. Gunnerver and the one Baffert that was a closer, the Mujab. I used those 2 with Gun Runner and missed it. Brad had a couple of good winners late in the day. He had the 11-1 horse that beat the heavy favorite, beat Bolt de Oro in the 2-year-old juvenile. He had that Magic horse. Good Magic, was it? Chad Brown, 11-1. He then gave you the next race, the turf horse at 16-1 from the rail with Fabre. He gave you that one. He gave you a couple of long ones earlier. He gave you Lancaster Bomber, finished second at 25-1. Yeah. Gave you Blonde Bomber, finished third at 35-1. So he gave you some pretty good ones. I did hit Bar of Gold, who was $135, but did not hit the exacta. So
did you see what the trifecta paid on that?
I didn't, but I was mad because I actually see Bar of Gold, as I mentioned that day.
Yeah.
I happen to know I sit next to the owner every day at Saratoga. His box is next to mine, Chester Broman, Mr. and Mrs. Broman, lovely people. They have a lot of horses. That's one of their horses. That horse has been a favorite of mine, and I've been very lucky with that horse through the years. I know the horse well. John Kimmel trains, who I talk to all the time. He sits next to me at Saratoga also. I know the horse very well as I know any horse. I've always loved the horse. I knew she was in over her head, but I always have done well with her. So I played her that day, and I didn't make a big win bet. I didn't play.
You didn't play with the
I played with the favorite.
It was a $2,000.
Hey, there was an odds on
exacta, $27,000 trifecta.
I missed the exacta. There's 14 horses in the race.
You could have played with the field.
No, I didn't do that. How many people play a 66-1 horse with the entire field? I mean, that's not.
If you're that close,
I played her with 5 horses. I played her with 5 horses, including a even money horse that everybody said couldn't lose. Well, that horse couldn't even finish second. There was an even money horse in the race. I'm figuring that horse and the Baffert horse, I figured one of those two is going to run second if I hit Bar of Gold. So I used Bar of Gold in a box with the Baffert horse, which was, I don't remember the horse's name, Speed Horse. No, not that one, the other one. In the filly race. She finished last. Confectioner we'll begin with a C. It's another one of his speed horses. But I had the Baffert horse, but I also had the horse that was even money. He had an even money filly in that race that everyone said, and Jerry Bailey said couldn't lose. Well, that horse wasn't on the board. And that killed me because I used when you have a $135 horse with 5 horses and miss the exacta, that's a tough one. I mean, that was a tough one because I thought, if she ran, I didn't think she'd win. I thought she had a chance to run second, and I thought, wow, if she runs second, I'm in good shape, or runs third. Unique Bella was even money, and I only needed her to run second, and she didn't run second. So I had 5 horses with a $135 win horse. Now, that's the biggest win price I've ever had on a horse. The biggest before that had been Temperance Hill in the Belmont Stakes at $108. That's the biggest win price I ever had. I didn't have a lot on it. I had a couple, I had a little money on it. But I put it in the exactas, and I missed what I had her with 5 horses back and forth, and she didn't come in. I wasn't going to box her with 14, play her up and down with 14 horses in the race because she's 66-1. I figured I'd narrow her down, and maybe she'll come in second or third. That's what I was hoping for, that she'd come in second. Instead, she wins the race at $135-1. I did hit. I did okay. I didn't kill him. I did okay. I had a couple of winners. I bet Win Show on a couple of Brad's horses. I bet Win Place on Lancaster Bomber finished second. I bet Win Show on the Blonde Bomber, which is like 40-1, and finished third. So I had a couple of those. I did okay, but I lost a little money, I'd say, overall. But I did make a lot of bets because I bet the pick 6. I didn't hit it. I bet some superfectas. I bet that Super 5. I didn't hit that either. So I didn't hit any of the big things on the day. But I had a couple of winners. I did okay. And how many winners did you pick, Mons?
I had Good Magic. I had World Approval. Gunrunner.
Well, Approval was a favorite. Well, give me who else? Yeah, Gunrunner's a favorite. Well, you like Gunrunner, though. That's fair.
Yeah, that's been one of my horses.
Yeah, Arrogant, I didn't think would win. I didn't think Gunrunner would win either. I was hoping he wouldn't. I thought he had a chance to win.
They went 22. I was nervous.
I thought he had a chance to win, but I didn't think he would win. I was hoping the Baffert horse or Gunrunner would come off the pace because they were coming off the pace all day. So I thought maybe they'd come off the pace and win. Didn't happen on that race. So I thought the racing was...
I thought the track played fairly.
No, the track did play fairly, but very good. The Eastern horses, too. The Eastern horses did really well. That's what helped during the day. The Eastern horse did really well. There was one race I was stunned at that I hit the exacta with Lancaster Bomber. World Approval Lancaster Bomber in a 14-horse field. The first horse is 5-2. Second horse is 25-1. The exacta comes back $97 for $2. That was, wow. I thought that would be double that. I thought it would be at least double that. Came back $97. I was shocked that somebody knew something. They played Lancaster Bomber for second because that should have been a much bigger exacta than it was. I was very surprised by that price. Stunned. I would have